Well, hi everybody. It is not a Vlogmas vlog for me. I'm not doing Vlogmas, but I did want to come up and give you a update and kind of let you know where things are and what I'm doing about my current situation. Well, hi everybody. It is Thursday, December 11th. Today is my granddaughter's 1-year birthday. Can you believe she's already a year old? I can't believe it. I may pop a picture of her at the end of this video. I'm just so enamored by this child. But anyway, happy birthday, Collins. She doesn't watch my videos, of course, and neither do her parents, but happy birthday. So let me tell you what's been going on. First, an update on my test results. I did have my CT scan a couple weeks ago. The results came back. It's all very encouraging. The main purpose for this CT scan was to see whether or not the cancer has spread. It has not. It's confined to the colon. So right now it looks as though it's very early, as I had said before, and that surgery will take care of it without chemotherapy or anything like that. Now, I will know for sure on Monday because that's when my meeting is with the surgeon. And then it's my understanding that, of course, they can't tell you everything until they actually get in there. But right now, I think the news is very encouraging. Obviously something needs to be corrected because things still aren't moving right for me. But anyway, encouraging news, and I'm just going to go with that. So in the meantime, what I've been doing is kind of researching how to prevent future incidences of colon cancer and how to help my recovery once I have the surgery done. Been finding out a lot about dietary changes or how your diet can help you. And so I've kind of been immersing myself into videos that I've been finding on YouTube by doctors that have spent their life researching all this and stuff, and have been pleasantly surprised of how little they want to use chemotherapy, that they would much rather use your diet to prevent future occurrences of colon cancer and also to kind of help repair what's already going on in my colon. Now, I've got a couple things going here. I've got the colon cancer thing that I need to deal with, and then I've got the kidney disease that I also need to deal with. And sometimes they don't mesh together, those diets. Some things that are recommended for colon cancer patients, not recommended for kidney patients or, kidney disease. So I'm still trying to come up with a viable option for me. But that being said, moderate fiber, moderate protein, and I do kind of need to watch my carb intake because the sugar is not good for, how carbohydrates turn into sugar is some foods are not good for the colon. So I'm all kind of figure this out right now. Weight Watchers is a pretty good option for me because it covers all those bases, and the fact that we can track all those protein levels and in the carbohydrates and things like that is good. Of course, there have been studies that the people with the best results have good BMIs, have their weight under control, are at least somewhat physically active, And that's one thing I need to work on. I need to get more active, especially now that it's winter, and there's not a lot of options right now. And when I get back to Montana, there's no gym close to me that I could even go, but I can walk. And even if I just walk the hotel that I work in, that would, that's better than doing nothing. And kind of like here now, it's cold and nasty, so I've committed to house walking. And yeah, it's not like hiking up a mountain, but at least I'm not sitting. So one thing that I know that I can eat that is good on both diets is berries. Now I need to up my potassium levels, so because my potassium in my blood is low. So I've been adding bananas back in, and that kind of helps things move a little bit better. Whole grains is good for both diets, and I think that the fiber recommendation on the Weight Watchers app is a good recommendation. I kind of need to watch the fiber right now because too much aggravates my colon too much. Basically I'm feeling pretty good. I have been recording my food for you, and I'll pop all those videos at the end here. I haven't been 100% on Weight Watchers. I've been doing better, and my weight's kind of been flopping back and forth between a half a pound. I'll lose it one day, and then I'll gain it back the next. I think a lot of that is because I'm retaining things longer just because of what's going on in my colon. I don't go every single day. And some days I go 5 or 6 times a day. So I think my weight's going to keep fluctuating like that until I have this surgery done and things can get back to normal. Now I'm going to try to help things along, of course, but by following like a low fiber or moderate fiber diet. So I've been incorporating whole grains again. Like I've been back to my oatmeal a few times. I've been adding oats to things that I'm eating. Also, they recommend at least 2.5 cups of vegetables and fruits every day. So I'm eating more fruit than normal, that I normally would. When I was doing completely the starch solution, and I was eating all that fiber and limiting my fruits to like 1 a day, I need to have more than that, according to the colorectal people. So 2.5 cups of vegetables and fruits per day. Limit red meat, or they say I should avoid red meat and processed meats. So, I was eating that deli turkey again from Oscar Mayer. They said I could have it limited amounts. So instead of having a turkey sandwich or wrap every day now, I'm opting to have it maybe once or twice a week. Those things are packed with sodium anyway, and that's not good for my blood pressure. So basically a balanced diet. Limit sweets and sugary drinks. I don't drink pop anymore anyway. I cut that out quite a while ago. I mean, I have slipped it back in occasionally. If I would go out to eat, I would have a Coke. Going out to eat probably is not an option for me for a while, just because I'm looking at the nutrient levels of things I eat. So when I was on starch solution, they recommended raw vegetables. Turns out, even though the raw vegetables are great, and I will eat the raw vegetables, as you will see in my videos coming up, but turns out that actually cooked vegetables right now are better for my colon. I'm still getting the vegetable nutrients. Matter of fact, I have a pot of cabbage soup in the crock pot right now. I made it last night, had it for dinner, and that's pretty much what I'm going to nosh on all day today, because I still need to limit my protein. I did up the protein levels And I feel better now that I'm not as tired, I should say, since I've upped the protein levels. I was limiting it to like between 30 and 50 grams per day. Now I'm getting around 80 grams a day, which is still considered moderate, and but it's giving me a little bit more energy. So still a lot of research that I need to do about these diets, and of course, like I said, I'll know more after I meet with the surgeon on Monday. Here's my plan. So, barring any unforeseen circumstances or unneeded urgent tests, in any testing that is urgent, my plan is to meet with the surgeon on Monday afternoon, and then Tuesday I'm heading back to Montana. And hope to be in Montana by Saturday. Hoping the weather cooperates with me to do that. And I'm gonna work, for the next 6 or 8 weeks until I can come back for the surgery, because it's my understanding when I talked to the surgeon's office that they weren't scheduling surgeries until the end of January or February. My cancer is still very early, and I know they're going to want to get it out, but I don't think I'm up on the high priority list. But I'm at the point where honestly, I'm out of money. I need to go back and make some money, and then come back, because once I come back for the surgery, I'm going to be here for a couple months, recuperating. Now, from what I have understood, it looks like they're going to be able to do I'm hoping anyway, they're going to be able to do a laparoscopic surgery, which is, the recovery time is not as long. So I'm still looking at, 4 to 6 weeks that I'm going to be out of work again. So I want to go back and work as much as I can before I have to come back for the surgery, and it'll be spring before I can get back there. That's my plan. So in a perfect world, that'll all work out. Like I said, Monday will tell me the story about a lot of things. Meanwhile, I'm going to do whatever I can to get myself as healthy and as ready for the surgery as I possibly can. And, the better condition I'm in before the surgery, the better my recovery time will go. So that's kind of where we're at right now. I have been tracking again every day for the most part. There was one night here where I cooked dinner, and I don't know what happened, but it was the most god-awful thing I've ever cooked. So we ended up ordering a pizza just because it was bad. I tried making sweet potato fries in the oven, which, if it's my oven and I know how the oven works, I've done it before. But my son's oven here is just kind of weird. It tells me it's a certain degree, and it feels hotter or colder. So I think it's his oven. Anyway, most of the sweet potato fries were burnt to a crisp. I didn't watch them close enough, I guess. And then I tried making this, the buffalo chicken, which was just a chicken breast that I cut up with some Frank's hot sauce on it. And I don't know what happened there, but I put it in the oven along with the sweet potato fries, and it just didn't do well. Saved the chicken. Next day I put them in the air fryer. That was a much better choice. And I probably should have done the same thing with the sweet potato fries. But anyway, I digress. So that day was a little bit off for me. And then I've been feeling kind of snacky at night again, and I haven't been making some of the best choices for that. So I've been over points a few days this week. I did weigh in on Saturday. I didn't post my weigh-in. I didn't take a picture of my scale. I kind of just wanted it as a baseline, because I'm thinking, okay, I really need to start this Weight Watchers again. And actually, I don't know where I'm at as far as my weigh-in. So I think I'm down maybe a half a pound for the week, and my weigh-in is on Saturday morning, and I will continue to weigh in on Saturday morning. But really making more of a concerted effort to really log my food again. You know, when I first started Weight Watchers years ago, the thing that kept me successful, there were two things. One was tracking religiously, no matter what, even if I was over points by 50, you know, every day, I was still tracking. And I'm trying to get back to that. And because I think that's the number one thing I need to do. And then the second one was just making my food videos and sharing them, because that kept me accountable. So this week I've recorded most of my stuff. I haven't recorded it all, but you can, when you see the videos here at the end, you can kind of get a glimpse into what I've been eating. I'm back to a lot of my old Smart Points and Blue Plan menus or diet, you know, type things. And since I'm not in my own kitchen, I don't have a lot of my own cooking utensils, and my son doesn't have much, believe me. So it's not my normal way that I would cook things or eat things. Just, it's more of a convenience thing as I have to eat. Also, I'm eating more meals throughout the day, smaller portions, because I still, when I eat, I have this pain that creeps up. And I'm sure it's all just because of what's going on internally. But so it's not a pleasant experience for me to be eating. You would think that, you know, because of that, I'd be losing all kinds of weight. I'm not. But anyway, so I'm eating smaller portions. Now today, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna kind of eat this cabbage soup throughout the day. But again, I'm eating smaller portions, and I'll probably have, you know, 3 or 4 portions of that soup, and that will keep me full for the day. I'm planning on having a ground turkey patty for dinner tonight. I do have a chicken breast in there, but I'm kind of over chicken for right now. Ground turkey patty, I think, is what I'm going to have along with my cabbage soup. So we'll see. That could change. I also have some whole grain pasta here that I could have with that, and that might actually be pretty good. Anyway, that's kind of where I'm at. So I'm going to pop these videos here at the end. Today is Thursday, and of course I've only eaten breakfast, so that's all you're going to get up to is Thursday breakfast. And I will be back hopefully in the next couple days, maybe Saturday, to record my weigh-in, just to let you know. And then of course I will let you know on Monday after I have that meeting with the surgeon. So all right, thanks for watching. For my lunch today, I am having a turkey wrap. I used to have these all the time. I haven't had them in a long, long time. So this is one of the Mission Carb Balance tortillas. 2 points for that. It's the 70-calorie one. There is a half a container, or 28 grams of smashed avocado from Holy Guacamole on there. That's 1 point. Also, half a serving of the Oscar Mayer oven roasted turkey breast. It came out to 28 grams, 1 point for that. And then of course my mini cucumber, 99 grams on that, 0 points. So I have a 4-point lunch. And this is my last snack for the night. I have 170 grams of non-fat Greek yogurt, 0 points. 135 grams of unsweetened applesauce, and 115 grams of baby carrots. That's all 0 points. 0 point snack. This makes me end the day with 16 points. My dinner tonight is just a salad with a turkey patty on it. This is 98% fat-free turkey. That weighed out at about 85 grams, 0 points on that. Everything else on here is just veggies. It's all 0 points except for the Bolthouse dressing, which is 3 points. This is the avocado cilantro ranch dressing, about 45 grams of that for 3 points. and that is Bolt House. So I have a 3-point dinner. Total right now is 16 points for the day. This is my breakfast on Monday, December 8th. I think it's the 8th. Yeah, it's the 8th. 113 grams of fat-free cottage cheese. I've got bananas, strawberry, and blueberries. It's all 0 points. This is all 0 points. I had 3 points in my coffee with 47 milliliters of half and half. So that's the only points I had for breakfast was the 3 points in my coffee. So 3 points for the day so far. Okay, this is Monday, December 8th, and this is my first snack of the day. 2 hard-boiled eggs weighed out 95 grams, and I have 115 grams of baby carrots, all 0 points. All right, this is breakfast on Tuesday, December 9th. I have 2 slices of Aunt Millie's light potato bread. That's 3 points there. 2 eggs, 0 points. I do have 20 or 30 grams of fresh avocado for 1 point. So actually the bread is 2 points. So 3 points on my plate because my fruit is 0 points. And then I had 3 points in my coffee. So 6-point breakfast. All right, this is lunch on Tuesday, December 9th. 135 grams of grapes for 0 points. My Mission Flour wrap is 2 points. I have 30 grams of the Oscar Mayer oven roasted deli meat for 1 point. I have 17 grams of Miracle Light for 1 point. So my wrap is 4 points. Grapes are 0. And I'm having a big glass of water with it. So I have a 4-point lunch. I think this takes me to 10 points for the day. All right, this is Wednesday, December 10th. My breakfast this morning is just a bowl of oatmeal with some fruit and almond milk. This is 50 grams of rolled oats, and I got the thick rolled oats from the Amish store. My banana weighed out at about 99 grams. I have blueberries on there, I think about 39 grams of that. That's all 0 points. 79 milliliters of unsweetened vanilla almond milk for 0 points. And so my whole breakfast here is 0 points. I did have 3 points in my coffee this morning with about 50 milliliters of half and half. And right now I have a cup of green mint tea brewing. So I have a 3-point breakfast this morning to start my day. Okay, my first snack of the day is just 2 hard-boiled eggs. I weighed out 100 grams. And I've got some cherry tomatoes here, or grape tomatoes. This is all 0-point snack. So I'm still at, I think, 3 points for the day. Well, for dinner tonight, I went back to an old standby. I just made some cabbage soup. This is all vegetables, just cabbage, green beans, zucchini, carrots, onions, and just some fat-free chicken broth and tomato paste in there. This is a 0-point soup. My breakfast today is just some non-fat Greek yogurt. I have 171 grams of yogurt in there, and this is the great value kind. 0 points on that. I've got 2 tablespoons, about 16 grams of rolled oats on there. That is also 0 points. I've got strawberries, banana, and blueberries on here. All 0 points on my bowl. However, I did have 2 cups of coffee today. Kind of was heavy-handed on the cream. Excuse me. So I have 11 points just in my cream.